Welcome to another episode of Battle Axe. I'm Joey Dania alongside Bobby Bradford here at the Fox Cities Exhibition Center in Appleton, Wisconsin at the WATL World Championships. We've been covering all of the action throughout this tournament, and this is the episode where we get to crown a champion. We've been waiting for this moment for some time. It's going to be thrilling. Before we get to the competition, let's go over the rules. All of the rings are worth 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 points. The red dot, that's the bullseye. That's worth 6 points. If you miss the bullseye but get it in the ring around the bullseye, you get 5 points. You can only score 6 points on each bullseye one time per half. So you have to go around the board and hit all 5 bullseyes if you want to get that perfect score. And then the small blue dot on the outermost ring, that's what's called the kill shot. You can go for it at any point during a match. If you hit the blue dot, you get 8 points. If you just miss it and get it in the ring around the blue dot, you get 6 points. If not, you get nothing. Very high risk and high reward.
Yeah, very high risk, high reward. We saw a lot of matches in the last episode come down to the kill shot or turn the tide of a match with a kill shot. So I'm imagining we're going to be having a lot more of those throws today, Joey, because we're going to be crowning a champion, and the winner of the hatchet competition gets to take home one of these beautiful trophies. All the disciplines are going to be decided here in the course of the day, but we will be following the hatchet portion, and I'm excited to see who comes out the champion.
Yeah, cannot wait to crown a champion here at the WATL World Championships. Let's get right to the competition. Sean Hout will be taking on Justin Reese in game number 2 of this best-of-3 series.
Yeah, so in our last episode, we saw Justin take a 1-0 lead in a tremendous matchup. Yeah, Justin took the first match 50-41, just a tremendous competition by both throwers. Looks like that's going to be a 5 there for Reese, and Sean, I think, hit a bullseye there.
So a nice start here for Sean Hout in game number 2, a game he has to have to force that game number 3.
And we've seen both these competitors have started out the gate very hot, throwing very lights out. We did see a couple mistakes here from both competitors in their first match, and I think we got a mistake there from Sean, who has a 3, and that looks like that's going to be a 5 there for Reese. So not what Sean was looking for.
So Reese able to jump back in front here. He's up 10-9 after the first couple of throws.
Yeah, for Justin, couple 5s. Wants to start finding that bullseye, so he returns to the middle of the board. And it looks like that's going to be a bullseye there for Reese and Sean.
Yeah, we saw these two go blow for blow in game number 1 of this series back in the last episode.
Right.
And they're exchanging blows once again, exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, even with that 3 on the card there for Sean, it's still just a 1-point game. You can see Justin is none too pleased with that throw. He's got to be hoping that that's a 5 popping through. But it looks like that's going to be a 5 there for Sean. But ruled a 4 there for Justin, so lucky that that wasn't a 3.
So Reese and Hout all tied up, 20 apiece after the first 4 throws.
Looks like that could possibly be a 5 there for Justin, and Sean returning to the middle of the board. Looks like that's going to be a bullseye there for him. So able to get another point to take a 1-point lead going into the turn.
Well, another thrilling game here between Reese and Hout. It's Hout in the driver's seat with a 1-point lead, 26-25. So now they'll move it back and switch sides and get ready to go here in the second half.
Well, just like Sean's matchup versus Jorge Sanchez, he just needs to keep putting the pedal to the metal. He's got a 1-point lead. He knows how good of a thrower Justin is. Justin with a 5 there. It looks like Sean had a 5 as well. But trading points is one thing, but you would love to pick up some insurance points with these remaining 4 throws.
Yeah, the 1-point lead is not very safe when you think about how good these competitors are. And as we've said time and time again, the kill shot is just so easy for them that you want to have a big lead heading into those final few throws because the kill shot can change everything.
Yeah, and Sean with a devastating 3 there on his 7th throw. Sean now has some work to do. Looks like that could be a 5 if it's popping through on the right-hand side of the blade there for Justin Reese, and that's what it is. So Sean able to pick up a point, calling for the kill shot, down by 1.
Well, Sean Hout has been living and dying with the kill shot. We'll see if he can hit a big one right here.
Yeah, we'll see. I believe Justin called for the kill shot as well, going for that lower right-hand side kill shot. And Sean with a shot. He's got to hope that that's a 6, because I think that's going to be a 6 there for Reese.
Big ruling coming here.
Wow. So Justin able to hit the 6 ring of the kill shot to take a commanding 7-point lead going into the 10th throw. Sean calling for the kill shot. Justin happy to play the board.
Yeah, all Justin has to do is score. And he does just that to put it away as a great run comes to an end here for Sean Hout. Justin Reese moving on, winning this series in 2 games.
Yeah, just another tremendous matchup here for Justin Reese. He takes this matchup versus Sean Hout 2-0 with an impressive score of 51. Not as many bullseyes as we're used to seeing there from Justin, but enough to get the job done. And just another tremendous, consistent round from Justin Reese to advance in this World Championships. And then for Sean, he just did such a tremendous job of overcoming that 3 that he threw on his second throw, following it, bookending it with a couple 6s there, and a nice bullseye there on his 5th throw. Unfortunately for him, it was that devastating 3 there on the 7th throw with Justin capitalizing with the bullseye. He was able to get a point back there on the next throw and set himself up to go for that kill shot, and he was off the mark. Even if he could have just traded that 6 with Justin, that would have been tremendous for him. But unfortunately for him, his tournament is over.
Next up, we've got Nick Colomia taking on David Klein. A winner-take-all game number 3. It doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, heavyweight matchup again, all tied up. The first 2 matches have been tremendous. We just saw another great matchup between Justin Reese and Sean Hout. I would expect this to be a very similar matchup, Joey.
Well, we'll see if Klein got that into the 5 ring. He did, and it's a bullseye for Colomia to take the early lead.
Yeah, another hot start here for Nick. Bullseye popping through the left-hand part of that blade. You can just see again, so focused up on that board. David trying to just remain calm and relaxed. Each has their own process. Going for that upper right-hand side bullseye. I think he is off the mark with a 5 there. It looks like a nice throw there from Klein. We'll have to get the ruling.
Klein waiting anxiously to see if this is a bullseye.
Oh, a couple 5s. You can see the judge giving a sign to Klein if he wants a second opinion. He doesn't blame him, and might as well.
Every point crucial here in game number 3 between Klein and Colomia. So the head judge coming in to make a final ruling on this one.
Well, it doesn't hurt to bring somebody in to see maybe if they could see something differently, and it is upheld as a 5. But again, Klein knowing how important all these points are, even on the second throw.
So Colomia maintaining his 1-point advantage after the first couple of throws.
Yes, for both competitors. They're in the 3rd match of this best-of-3 matchup, so they're very familiar with each other, very familiar with how the other thrower throws. And that's got to be going through their head. It looks like a 5 there for Klein and another 5 there for Nick. So we always talk about the 4 techs. We don't have a word for the 5 techs yet.
So Klein and Colomia. Looks like we have another nail-biter in store between these two.
Yeah, so 15-16 going into the 4th throw. Each player getting a throw check. Just want to make sure. They're so focused up on the board, Joey, you can lose track of what throw you're on. So it looks like that's going to be another 5. Yeah, you can see Nick getting a little frustrated. Ooh, and that's going to be a close throw there for David Klein, but ruled a 5, but flirting with that 3 ring.
Colomia maintaining that 1-point lead here over Klein. Throw number 5 coming up.
Yeah, for David, he knows that he can't have a 3 there on the scorecard, so getting up close and taking that axe out, he's got to be thinking to himself, don't do that again. And he returns to the middle of the board, as does Kolomia. Looks like that could be a bullseye there for Nick, but ruled another couple 5s.
These two stuck in the 5 ring. They've been so sharp in this tournament. They've thrown so many axes. You got to wonder if fatigue playing a little bit of a factor here.
Absolutely. That's a very good point, Joey, because I think if I were to tell you we were going into the turn and we'd only see one bullseye on the scorecard for both competitors, I don't think anyone would believe me. But here we are, 25-26, Nick up by 1. Stepping back and axe facing him. We'll have to see another dangerous flirting with a 3 throw.
Big ruling coming here.
Ooh, and it is a 3 there for Nick and a 5 for Klein.
So that will turn a 1-point deficit for Klein into a 1-point lead. 30-29. David Klein now in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and we've seen Nick rebound in the past. Usually just stays focused on that board, but I think that could be another 3 there for him. Ooh, and that could be a 3 there for David. And it is. So David, knowing that he had a chance to get even more points on Nick, ends up just trading points with him. You can see he is frustrated.
He knows that was a big missed opportunity. Now it's just still a 1-point lead with 3 throws to go.
Yeah, I think for David, he would have loved to have been up by 3, possibly 4 with 3 throws to go versus Nick. But
Looks
Nick,
like a flush bullseye there.
yeah, Nick returning to the middle of the board, as is David Klein. Another couple bullseyes there for these competitors.
Well, this is where you would expect these two to be thinking about the kill shot. Kolomia is trailing. Will he put the pressure on Klein? Yep, they're going up.
There it is. So we got the indication from Nick, and I believe David has called for the kill shot as well. So 39-38, 2 throws to go. Advance to the championships on the line.
The crowd loving it. Thunderous applause as these two announce they're going up for the kill shot. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, and we've seen David be a very patient thrower, waiting for Nick to throw. He tried to wait him out, but that is off the mark. And for Nick, we'll see. Oh, yeah, popping through on the left-hand side there for a 6.
Well, Nick Kolomia back in front now. He's got a 5-point lead after getting the 6. He's going up for the kill shot again.
Yep, and as is David Klein, so a 5-point lead. Going for the kill shot. It's a gutsy call here by Nick.
Well, he's just so confident in his abilities.
Well, and he knows if he wants to take home a world championship, he's got to be able to hit those kill shots. So you can just see David off the mark. And I think that's at least going to be a 6. Oh, you can see it there from the action cam. It's going to be a kill shot hit there for Nick, and he advances.
Nick Kolomia with ice in his veins here in game number 3 to get the victory over David Klein, 52-39.
Yeah, just a heavyweight matchup between these two competitors. You could see there from David's body language on that 7th throw, knowing that he really left points on the board and really an opportunity to start running away with this thing. Unfortunately for him, though, that was a 3 matching points with Nick there. They did follow it up with a nice bullseye, and then going for the kill shots, David was just off the mark and could not keep up with Nick on his hit 6 and then his hit 8 kill shot there on this 10th throw. But just a tremendous tournament for David Klein. Nick Kolomia is a tremendous thrower as well, and he advances to the World Championships. So this is what it's all about, Joey. You know, these kind of back and forth tremendous matchups. That's what it comes down. Razor thin margins and exciting matchups.
It's what makes Battle Axe so much fun. Much more Battle Axe still to come. We'll be right back here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe here at the WATL World Championships in Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm Joey Dania alongside Bobby Bradford, but now we're going to throw it down to Evan Walters and company for our next matchup. It's going to be Lucas Johnson taking on Nick Kolomia.
And so this is going to be a 10 throw I mean, these big lights are already distracting in themselves when it's just the steady, solid lights. It's so bright, Dr. Dan. I mean, you threw on the stage with me right next to you, and now they're throwing with these bright lights and the disco swirly lights, and still drilling double bullseyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think the over and under here is on threes in this match? You think we're going to see any threes at all?
All right, so it looks like they were able to fix the lights. Again, we're on live television. They were able to fix the lights, and yet it did not affect these top throwers. They still fired into that nickel-sized bullseye.
I think we're getting comments in the chat to leave the lights on.
Oh, keep the disco lights going. I mean, we do love a good party, but we definitely want to see the best of the best from these guys.
Absolutely. And again,
see, they turned off the fun disco lights, and he threw a 5.
Now let's go explain a little bit. Let's explain a little bit of the scoring. So for those who don't know, that center bullseye is 6 points, and then the area around the red dots is 5. And so we have several red dots on the board, but they're all worth 6 points.
And they can only hit it once. Right. Once they hit it, it closes, and the value becomes 0.
Correct.
So they have to move on. They have to keep adjusting their throw to move over to the next bullseye. And then now the bullseye that's underneath that bullseye adjusting their height, that's a difficult transition to make.
5, 6.
Okay, we look. All right, so it looks like Lucas takes. Oh, it looks like we're back to tie. We're tied up going into throw 4.
Since this is the World Championship, we will likely see very close scores. These are, for those at home who may have never seen this before, this is the best of the best, and they pretty much throw the best of the best.
Yes, and something to keep in mind, too, is the smaller outer bullseyes are sitting on top of the 3 ring.
Yes.
So if they miss,
yes,
their opponent takes at least 2-point lead.
Yeah, so it is a big game changer if you can hit that. Now, to give you guys some context, that outer ring around that nickel bullseye is only 2 inches. So that's only a 2-inch wide circle. It may look bigger on the YouTube stream, but that is only 2 inches that they're throwing at. And if they miss it, it will, like Chrissy said, it will land in the 3.
And if they dip low on those low ones, it could be a 2.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the ones on top and bottom. As you can see, the top and bottom, we do have our kill shots.
We're referring to those blue dots.
Yeah, the blue dots. I don't know what color it looks like on the stream, but they're very small. Those are also, it's a nickel size dot that is worth 8 points, surrounded by a 1.5-inch dot that's worth 6 points. So right there, it could change the match in one throw just on the 2-point difference between the 2 circles.
So here's that distance change that we talked about earlier. Now they got to come back to that 15-foot line. You see Kalamai with it facing him, throwing 1.5. Lucas really doesn't change his throw at all.
He changed his axe, though, like we were talking about with the ingenuity of the 15-foot line and forcing throwers to adapt to be able to throw further away, but with the same throw.
Yeah. So now they're trying to hit that nickel-sized bullseye.
Oh my gosh, he hit a bullseye throwing that 1.5 rotation. Oh.
So again, there he is. You talked it right there. That's our first 3 of the match, Chrissy, and it came into play.
Right, and Nick is throwing it at what I would say is a more difficult throw to be consistent with. That 1.5 rotation, the blade is facing him. The axe has 1.5 rotations in the air before hitting the board, and he didn't let it phase him. He hit a bullseye as soon as we switched sides. Not a big deal for him.
Now
it's going to be one of those things where, having a different strategy could just be the big difference between someone who's kind of being more consistent and whatnot. But, changing up the playing field and changing up your playing style, I think we're going to see a lot more of that in the coming years.
And Lucas fires in a bullseye right after that 3.
Making that adjustment is so big to not let one mistake phase you and your throw. You're like, okay, I threw 3. Well, that throw doesn't matter. Time to throw a bullseye.
So 1-point game going to throw 8.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be come down to kill shots. And the kill shots from the 15-foot line, it's even harder. They're so much further away than they are from 12, and you really are feeling it when you back up from that far away. And so imagine if Nick has to go for a kill doing that 1.5 rotation. Those kills are either really high or really low. And with a 1.5 rotation, it's difficult to do that significant height adjustment.
Nick went to the center, and it's going to be a 5. And let's see if Lucas can capitalize.
He might be touching the 4.
It might be a 4.
It might be a 4.
If he's not touching the red pen that isn't really visible on the broadcast, there's a tiny red pen line.
Lucas, cool as a cucumber. Lucas
he's not even aware that Nick is right next to him. Yeah. Let's be real. For Lucas is such a veteran with throwing on the stage. For him, it's just him and the bullseye.
Yep. So it was a 4. So we had a 2-point swing. So Nick went going up from.
We're tied now.
Are we tied?
No, it's 1 point. No, yeah, it's a 2-point swing. So Nick went from 1 up to 1 down, going into throw number 9.
And believe kill shots were called. Did you hear kill shots be
I
called?
didn't hear a call, so
we're just going to do throw 9, see what happens. Oh, his center
Nick
bullseye was
Nelson.
still available.
Yeah,
that's why
right.
they didn't go up.
So then Nick
saved
took
it. That was
advantage.
smart.
So his center bullseye was not locked out, so he was able to throw it again.
They both saved their center bullseye. That was a really smart strategy.
So I think we see kill shots here on both sides for
Save
sure.
the big bullseye for throw 9.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see some bullseye.
Then
So
we're
now
gonna go
it's
to
a
kills.
1-point game, and if
This is your final throw. 1 point separating us. Johnson has the lead.
I was not unexpected to see.
so, I think the score. I think Lucas should be up by 1, not Nick. I think it's Lucas by 1. So
Lucas by
just despite what
1.
the monitor says,
Yes,
it
the
is
graphic on the screen has their scores reversed.
reversed. So Lucas is the one. And
So it is Lucas that
by
is
1.
up by 1, not Nick. So keep that in mind
Right.
with these hit kill shots.
Oh, it looks like an 8.
Nick
okay,
drilled an 8.
Like you
And
said
so-
earlier,
and-
that
and
1.5
if
is
Lucas
a
can
lot
hit
If
tougher.
another
Lucas
8.
hits, he takes this first game.
So Lucas with a
it
6.
might be a 6.
So then that's where that 2-point swing comes into play. We talked
We'll get
about that
confirmation
earlier.
from our judge, Ben.
Miss.
Oh, it's a miss. It's a miss.
It is a miss. So even with the scores being reversed, Nick is going to take that first game.
So Nick takes the first game. First 5 throws are going to be from the 12-foot line
Yeah.
and 1 rotation hatchet.
They just threw 5 throws from 15, and now they have to move back up to the 12 again. And for Lucas, switch back to his 12-foot axe. It's a fast adjustment you have to make. You have 1 practice throw to switch your brain back to a 12-foot throw.
Looks like both throw 6 there.
Looks like we got a 6.
I don't know.
There might be a 5 on Nick's.
It is
I
a
love
5.
this
It is.
overhead camera view.
Yeah, the overhead camera room is great. All right, so now Lucas takes a 1-point lead into
Johnson
throw
leads by
2.
1 point. Throw number 2.
Is it just me, or are they both throwing king of diamond heads?
It definitely looks like they're both throwing kings. Looks like it might be another 5 from
And the
Nick.
king of diamonds is a World Axe Throwing League made axe. However, they both have custom handles on
Yes.
those axe heads to best
5,
suit their throw
6.
and their
Yep.
needs.
Dan,
That
going
is
back to the stats we were talking about earlier, so looking here, Lucas Johnson has thrown in 270 tournaments
Johnson's now up by
that are
2
logged
points
versus
after 2
Kolomaya's
throws.
77. So,
This
Well,
your
that's
third
only
axe.
77 tournaments in WATL.
right,
but
for sure.
Yes.
Nick is a very accomplished thrower in many disciplines in other tournaments.
Absolutely.
Oh, it looks like a
looks like
3.
we got our first 3 from the front.
And that's like what we were talking about, right? When with
Oh,
those
maybe
outer
Lucas
bullseyes.
too.
Lucas,
I think
Lucas
Lucas-
is return.
3, 3.
Did.
3-3.
Wow.
Wow. So
Getting saved by the
so-
3s there.
So for
That was
ladies
very
and gentlemen,
polite of Lucas.
now just a reminder, those circles that they're trying to hit are only 2 inches
throw
in
number
diameter.
4.
That is only a 2-inch
Johnson leads
ring
by 2
in a nickel
points.
bullseye that they're trying to hit. So these guys are human. And if you're wondering why everyone's turning around, someone has forgot to turn off their phone. So just like in the movie theaters, please keep your phone on silent.
But it didn't seem to phase them.
6, 5.
Okay, so Lucas, so I think
Johnson's up by
We're
1
gonna
point.
There we go.
Throw 5. Last throw on this side.
all right.
This is their last throw before
They do the
Lucas
switch.
switches axes.
Right.
And then they back up, throw from the 15, where Nick will have his blade facing him for
Looks
that
like
1.5.
Lucas
Right.
might have gotten 1 more point here on that front.
Looks like that might be another 5.
5,
It
Yep.
was.
6.
Yeah.
All right, looks
That
like
center
Lucas.
bullseye is the big one, so it's really important to capitalize on hitting that.
Yeah. So that center red
Switch
bullseye
sides.
is only 1.5 inches. So
It's about the
Scores
size of a
26,
bottle cap.
24.
that's right.
Johnson has the lead.
And now they're backing up to the 15-foot line, and then we're going to see again Nick with his 1.5 rotation style, which is I think he might be the only 1.5-inch thrower in the finals.
I believe you're right. I believe all the other throwers switch axes
Yeah.
for a different handle shape that adapts their 12-foot throw to be able
Those
to
are
be thrown
six
from
there.
And
15.
it looks like he drilled a bullseye. And look
And
at
when you
look
think
below
about it, with the
3.
way Nick's throw is, it's like he's throwing a trick shot every throw when he
3,
throws from 15.
6.
And to do it this consistently
Right, yeah.
and on this big stage with the bright lights, with people cheering, being able to do that and,
Yep.
Kolomaya's
and do
taking
it
the
so
lead by
well,
1
it's so
point.
impressive to me.
Throw 7.
A little bit of a hole, just 1 point with that low 3 there.
But I mean, let's be real. It's all going
Mm-hmm.
to come down to the kill shot at the end,
100%.
right?
Yeah. All right, now we're going into throw 7. And again, just
At
to
least
remind
a
the
5.
viewers, they cannot throw at the same dots. So if you're wondering why they're moving around and just not throwing at the middle one, anytime they hit one of the center dots,
6,
it locks
5.
out. And they have to change. They have to change and throw at a different dot.
Yep.
So when it comes to throwing mechanics, you have to make
Throw
those
number
adjustments
8.
right on the fly
Yep.
on throwing on
Score's
those different
tied.
Left
heights.
to right and height.
Correct.
So we're tied back up 35-35 with 3 throws left.
Yeah. And it's 2 very different throws to hit those kill shots.
It's always interesting to me to see when those kill shots
Okay,
happen, though,
all right.
because sometimes it'll be, oh,
All right. So it looks like there was a question.
I think they were joking about dropping on throw 8 and going up for kill shots 9 and 10.
Okay. All right. So we avoided some Axe shenanigans here at the World Championship.
We'll leave it to Nick to try to instigate those shenanigans. Of
I think it
course.
was actually Lucas who actually.
It's
It was
Lucas
Lucas
that
who
offered it,
initiated.
yeah.
he's
Lucas
subtle.
offered
He's subtle.
it.
Yeah.
You can
So
never
6-6.
tell.
That
Lucas.
was.
Doesn't
All right, we
matter
gotta
on that
put it
throw. We're
away.
still tied. We're going to go 9 and
All right,
10
here we go.
Here we go.
is
All
the
right.
call.
So-
We're
Kill
still
shots.
tied, so we're going for kill shots anyway, just like we
we're-
talked about.
So it does come down to kills, and so now again, will the center nickel blue dot in the outer area come into play between the 6 and the 8? All right.
Do you think they agreed to 9 and 10?
I don't know. I would assume so, but it's hard to tell.
And what we mean by agreeing to 9 and 10,
little
it's
low there.
agreeing to go for kill shots even though we don't know if they hit or missed, sometimes as like a gentleman's agreement.
Gentleman's agreement, correct.
Yes.
Looks like Lucas nixes the 6 there and a miss by
Hit, 6
Kalamaya.
points, miss.
Okay.
That is a huge
So,
deficit.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Yes,
6
that's a huge
points.
point. But if they
So-
did the gentleman's agreement to go 9 and 10,
Now-
they're both going to go kill anyway.
Well, let's see what Lucas decides, because
Johnson
we don't
leads
know.
by
Yeah,
Oh, he
they
did,
agreed
he
to
did,
9
they
and
agreed
10.
to-
They did. He's up
The
by
gentleman's
6.
game.
So
Gentlemen,
if
so
Nick hits
Both kill
an 8,
shots are called.
yeah. So kudos to Lucas, because he could very easily,
he could just take the win.
he could take the win, just throw it onto the board, but
He'd be like, no, dude, I'm up 6. I'm not
so
going
he
kills
wants
with
to
you.
prove that he is the best thrower. So if Lucas hits a kill shot, he will lock Nick out of
Talk
the
about
second
wanting
game.
to be undeniable. Oh,
And
that
then-
looks really good.
That is
By the handle
Nick,
there, but
Yes.
it does look like an 8.
Yeah,
That's the one thing with the,
and Lucas
it
is
looks
high.
like Penn just on,
Miss. Hit.
And
wow.
Nick-
That's exactly what we were talking about.
Kalamaya
Yeah.
takes it.
What a
Takes
what a
it.
score to start out this game.
Yes.
Oh my
if,
gosh.
if Lucas had just not gone up and been like, no, boo, I'm up 6. I'm going to take the win. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Wow,
Oh,
that was such an
wow.
exciting finish. You know, Nick came through and hit the big shot when he had to. So congratulations to Nick Kalamaya, moving on to the Hatchet World Championship Finals.
We are getting closer to crowning a champion. Much more Battle Axe still to come. Stay tuned here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Dania alongside Bobby Bradford here at the WATL World Championships in Appleton, Wisconsin. We've been covering the tournament round by round, and we are almost ready to crown a champion. It's going to be Nick Kalamaya taking on Dylan Teets.
We started this championship with 450 throwers competing here on the world stage, and now we're down to 2.
So we were doing the math, and we found out they had a .22 chance of getting where they're at.
Yeah.
So
.22. These guys made that chance.
All right.
Years of practice.
So for those of you at home, again, this is the Hatchet game. We're going to do a 10-throw game. All the dots on the board, once they're hit, they close out. So you're going to see the throwers move around the boards and throw at the different bullseyes. And it looks like we're tied going into throw 2.
Throw number 2.
I think Dylan might have actually touched both the top and the bottom one there.
Oh. All right. So they're moving around the boards now. Just to give the listeners at home some context, that center red dot is 1.5 inches diameter, and then the little smaller red dots are nickel-size bullseyes.
6, 5.
surrounded by a 2-inch diameter circle. The scoring.
I think Dylan's calling a second on his axe there. I don't think he got a 6.
He's calling a second on himself.
Correction, 5.
Yeah.
And I love that in this sport. I think this is the only sport.
Great sportsmanship. Yeah. Great sportsmanship by Dylan.
This is probably the only sport where you'll see an athlete or a competitor actually take points away from them. Mm-hmm. That way they keep that nice and fair.
Yep.
And again, they're going to be throwing the hatchets that they're throwing. They're 4-inch blade hatchets. They weigh somewhere between 2 to 3 pounds. And so they're not the heaviest hatchets that they'll be throwing to hit these nickel-size bullseyes.
So tied going into throw number 4.
Right now with 16 points. Throw number 4.
I think I can say it right now because it's not in the middle of this game, but Dylan has not thrown a perfect 2024 game yet, so hopefully we might be able to see one of those here. I know Nick Colomaya did. He was like 1 of 3, I think, of that whole entire year that hit one. And he did it in a tournament, I believe, against Sheep Toast.
Okay. Throw 5. Last throw on this side.
I'm betting he's hoping that he doesn't have to do that again.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're tied going into throw 5. And again, these are 12-foot hatchet throws.
6.
Still tied. And now what we're going to do is we're going to back up to a 15-foot line throwing at the same dots. They switch sides, and now Dylan is going to be switching his axis to his single rotation hatchet, where Nick is going to keep throwing the same one, but he's going to turn it around and face it backwards. Nick
is so fun to watch. He's just all smiles. I mean, this is the most amount of pressure that he's been in on this stage this week, right? It's not new to him, but he's just always smiling and goofing around. And
wow, it looks like he's
shot. Yeah. Did you see his little spring into action? Kind of propel it a little bit more.
It's funny if you contrast the 2 throwers between Dylan, who's a little bit more static, more statuesque, and then you can see all the body movement for Nick, but yet they're both equally as accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we got a 4.
34-32 here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, looks like Nick's got a 2-point lead going into 7.
Honestly, I think the backwards throw is working for him real well. You know,
all right.
Not too many people are comfortable with doing it yet, but you know, Nick was on the ball.
And I think there's something to say that you're just holding the same axe in your hand for all 10 throws. I think that gives him a level of comfort that not everybody can do.
Looks like a 3 there for Dylan.
Looks like a 3 for Dylan. And he looks like Nick splits the bullseye.
He capitalizes on that throw, gaining 3 more points.
All right, so three more points for Nick. And look, he's taking a commanding lead.
45, 41, 2 throws left.
All right, throw 9.
A kill shot.
All right. So Dylan is going up. Now, when we look at the board, you can see that the kill shots that he's calling for are the blue dots that are on the top and the bottom. So he can choose which ones he wants to throw at. It looks like he split a bottom kill shot. And it looks like Nick...
sticking with the bullseye.
Yeah, it looks like...
5, hit, 8.
All right. So that is a 3-point swing. And now Nick is only up by 1 going into the last throw. And I think we're going to see some more kill shots.
Kill shots are called.
All right, so the kill shots. Again, to remind the viewers, the kill shots have 2 circles around them. They have a nickel-sized blue dot and an outer 1.5 inch diameter, and they're 2 different scoring ranges. So the nickel size is an 8, and the outer is a 6. Ooh, looks like a miss from Dylan, and it looks like a 6 from Nick. Yep, it looks like Nick got the 6.
Hit, 6, miss.
Okay, so Nick takes game 1. All right, Nick is 1 game away from a World Hatchet Championship.
1 practice throw.
Showing us how they do it up north. One thing that's also really cool to mention, I think, is live edge axe throwing was started by Nick and his wife Kendra as a community venue you know, they were basically just a community of throwers who wanted a place to throw, who wanted a place to, you know, be able to do something, but they didn't have a venue nearby.
Yeah.
So they just, you know, they reached out to WATL and we hooked them up and made sure that they would be able to do a real official league, and they've been killing it.
That's nice. Ooh, that might be the first 3 from Nick. So a little bit of a, you know, hopefully not a little bit of the nerves. I'm sure Nick will settle back in on his next throw.
Leads by 2
Like
points.
I said earlier, Nick is guaranteed a 3rd game, right? He's taking that first match, so he's able to kind of take a little bit of a seat back with a little bit less pressure. Dylan has everything to lose on all these throws.
Oh, and first 3 from Dylan. But interesting you mentioned, Evan, about venues because Swamp Axe, Dylan Teet's home venue, he helped start.
Yep.
And I think he's part owner of that venue. So so it's interesting we have venue owners also battling it out for their own venues.
All of which started as regular throwers and regular leagues.
That's right.
Oh, we got the Canadian and American flag emojis in chat now.
All right, yeah, put it in the chat for those watching on YouTube. You know, who are you pulling for? Wow, another 3.
And just to talk about the rules here, it's just touch. All he has to do is touch that pin line. It isn't going to cut it anymore.
That's
But it does a little bit of space between it. Take that 3. So it's a 2-point game going into throw number 4.
Yeah, it's gotten deathly quiet here now. Now, from we were rocking and rolling earlier to just now, just pin drops.
Oh yeah.
6-6.
Yeah, there we go.
The iconic 6-6 from
The
Ben
iconic
again.
6-6 by Ben McDonald.
Throw 5. Last throw on this side. 19-17.
Yeah, all
Teets
throwers,
has the lead.
all throwers dream to get the 6-6 call from Nick or from Ben. Looks like maybe another pair of bullseyes.
5.
Oh, 2 5s.
Pair of 5s.
Oh, wow.
You can see at that angle, just a little bit above it.
All right.
Switch sides. 24-22. Teets still has the lead.
All right, now we're going into throw 6. They switch sides. And
Throw
now we're
6.
going back to the 15-foot throw. Again, Nick with the 1.5 rotation throw. Dylan with a single rotation. It looks like Dylan with a bullseye. And Nick, hard to tell.
6-3.
Okay, 3-point swing the other way.
So that should be a 5-point lead for Dylan Teets
Teets
going
is
into
now
this
up by
next
5
throw. It
points.
is, yeah,
Throw
5-point lead.
7.
All right. Looks like we got, looks like a pair, looks like a
6
bullseye.
is.
And a bullseye, looks like Dylan.
6-5.
Oh, okay, so Dylan takes another point lead. So now it's going to be 5 points?
It's a 6-point game.
6 points?
Yep.
3 throws left. Teets leads by 6 points.
Okay.
Definitely going to get some kill shots here from Kalamaya,
Yeah.
but not yet.
Looks like another bullseye from Dylan. And looks like a 5 from Nick.
6-5.
All right.
It's getting
So
close.
now it looks like this match is getting a little bit out of hand, but you know, with the
Throw
little
number 9,
bullseyes and
Teets
nickel-sized
leads by 7
bullseyes,
points.
and you know we could
Kill
have a
shot called by Kalamaya.
3-8 swing. It could be a 5-point swing in just one
Kalamaya
throw.
is solid on those kill shots though this morning, so we'll see.
And that's
Just
a
to the
miss.
side. That may have locked it in.
Yeah, I think this match might be out of reach.
But you never know.
5 miss.
All right.
Game is out of reach.
Now the game is out of reach. And so now we're going to move into a third game. So now we're going to get this 10th and final throw
Your
of the
final
game.
throw. The score is 47-35.
Kill shots are
Both
called.
players
Okay.
call a kill
Hey, take the
shot.
practice if you can get it.
I know.
Yeah, exactly,
absolutely.
right? Good time to just get an extra practice throw in.
Kind of reset and settle. There it is.
Wow.
Look at that. Look
Did
at
you
that.
see how it crossed from left to right for that one, too?
Yeah.
Hit. 6. Miss.
Wow. It's interesting. That handle, yeah, I thought he had hit it.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep. All right, now we're going into a third and final game to crown our new Hatchet World Champion.
Much more Battle Axe still to come. Stay tuned here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe here on MC22, and it's all come down to this at the WATL World Championships. It's time to crown a champion. For the matchup, it's going to be Nick Colomia taking on Dylan Teets. And then for that, let's throw it down to Evan Walters and company.
And then we're going to do it. All right, look at that. Look at our competitors pumping up the crowd for this final match to crown our champion. Looks like we started off with a pair of bullseyes. Ooh, that might be a 5. Might be a 5 from Dylan.
5.
Oh, pair of 5s.
Oh, wow,
All right,
okay.
we're still tied. You know what I've been noticing is that usually anytime these competitors have thrown a 5, they usually fire right back with a bullseye. So I'm very much expecting 2 6s on this next throw.
Ooh.
Oh, well, we got one. Another 5 from Dylan.
5, 6.
Okay.
Oh, Nick pulls ahead.
Yeah, Nick takes a 1-point lead going into throw 3.
Colomia leads by 1 point.
I love the sportsmanship from the crowd because it seems like anytime they throw and they walk and come back, there's a little bit of noise, and so the crowd being very considerate. Oh, maybe some more 5s.
Yeah. Might be a 4 for Nick.
3.
Oh, it's a 3. Wow, 2-point swing.
Nick gives him 1 point back,
Yep.
so 1 point lead for Dylan.
So just like that,
now leads by 1 point.
just
Throw
like that,
number 4.
Dylan went going down by 1 to up by 1.
Looks like a 6-5.
6, 5.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so another point for Dylan. So now it looks like he's going to take a 2-point lead going into throw
Throw number
5.
5. Last throw on this side. 21-19. Teets has the lead.
Throw 5. What do you think, chat?
All right. There we go. We got a little fist pump from Dylan, and it looks like maybe another 5 from Nick.
He's going to get another point here. He
5.
does.
All right. I've seen that look before in Dylan's eyes, and I think he's starting to get more comfortable. His confidence is raising. I know if Nick doesn't start hitting some bullseyes soon, this match could get out of hand. He's capable of doing it. I'm not.
Throw 6.
It's the internal battle of trying to stay relaxed and stay cool and stay in your head, but also trying to just push out the idea that, oh, this is it.
Yeah. Okay, we got a
pair
pair
of
of 5s.
No, not too bad.
5, 5.
All right.
So still a 3-point game on the next throw here.
Teets is still up by 3 points.
Got
Throw
4
7.
left.
All right. Looks like we have a 6 from Dylan. And can't tell with Nick.
5, 6.
Okay. So Dylan adds to his lead, which now is 4.
With 3 throws left, the score is 38-34. Teets leads by 4 points.
All right. So again, the score could switch. You know, with those little 2-inch circle dots, they're hard to hit.
Ooh,
all right.
solid bullseye.
Solid bullseye.
Another
2 solid
one for
bullseyes.
eight.
I think you might be right. I think Teats is locked in. But
6, 6.
There it is. All right, so now we're going into throw 9. Nick down by 4. We're definitely going to see a kill shot called.
oh yeah,
If
100%.
Nick
so-
misses this kill, it's going to push it out of reach.
Yes, this is a make it or break it time for Nick Kolomaya. So, Nick, the stage is yours to hit this kill shot.
Throws a
looks like
6.
he's still in the match. It looks like he hit a 6. And
Dylan
Dylan
with a 5, so
think
he gets
Dylan
a
got a
point
5.
back.
So he got a point back. So now, if it stays a 3-point game,
Hit. 6, 5.
okay, 3-point game. Now, Dylan has a very interesting call to make because
Yep.
I believe his center bullseye might still be available,
Throw.
and he's up by 3.
This is a tough position to be in for Dylan. It's a 3-point game. If
He's
Kolomaya hits an 8, Dylan has to throw a
Yep.
5 to tie or a 6 to win.
Okay, so now,
Which he's been pretty consistent about. So I think we can at least expect a tie. Oh, no, that'll close it out.
that's
that'll do it.
that'll do it. And now, congratulations to Dylan, 2-time Dylan Teets, 2-time Hatchet World Champion, Dylan Teets. Congratulations. 2-time, and there's the lovely Chrissy Teets, who was just with us in the broadcast booth, and so had to be out there to cheer on her husband. And so
Another
congratulations,
previous world champion, Ryan Smith.
Ryan Smith, our 2020 World Hatchet Champion. And so congratulations to Dylan Teets.
And that's Dylan's dad. This is the first tournament he's ever been to, by the way.
Wow.
And he
wow.
just saw his son become
And
the
then
world
there's
champion.
Garrett Knighting, last year's World Hatchet
Yep.
Champion, and also Dylan Teets' Hatchet Duels partner.
Yep.
And so now here comes the crowd. Dylan getting all the love. Again, I guess Dylan must love Wisconsin and
Yeah,
Appleton.
you know, there might be something to the cheese curds here.
Yeah, that's where he feels in his element to win Hatchet World Championships.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to the WATL World Champion, Dylan Teets. For Bobby Bradford and the entire MC22 crew, I'm Joey Danya. Thanks for watching Battle Axe. We'll see you next time here on MC22.